Hello everybody and welcome to another Streamstructor. Yes, it is the first Sunday of the month. It's just gone past 6 PM GMT. I'm Barry and I'm here on my own tonight. A solo effort. The summer weather has meant that all my disembodied voices are out doing other things and socialising, which is completely fine. It's the first on my own for a while, but by all means, join in, have a look, say hello, leave a comment down below. I've got everything open here on my screens, and hopefully nothing goes a bit iffy. The hamsters are going to be working tonight, but yes, welcome. So yeah, summer's getting there, summer's getting nice. It's nice in some respects that everybody's doing everything, and I understand in Glasgow with all the lockdown stuff that's been happening, because all my friends who join in are mostly based in Glasgow. There's one down in Ayr, but most of them are based in Glasgow, so they will be a little more willing to enjoy the sunshine. It's lovely out there. I'm actually feeling bad doing this at the moment, but schedules to keep going, things to keep doing. I'm here for another hour or so with all the usual stuff, all the usual archive stuff, all the usual videos that you guys love to enjoy, and also an opportunity to get your comments and your discussions as well. So as you can see on screen, we have a Facebook chat and we also have a YouTube chat. So for the first time in 18 months, I'm trying Facebook, but this time I know the hamsters work because I did a live stream with the general election, the Scottish Parliament election live stream 4 Sundays ago. Wow, yeah, because it was a 5-week month last time. 4 Sundays ago. It was done on Facebook and on YouTube, so I know it all works. Take your pick. You can comment on YouTube as always. You can comment on Facebook as always. I've got little comments here. I've got my own personal username on Facebook there. And down below, of course, on YouTube is the normal comments that you see. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting solo effort for Streamstructor this time, but doesn't mean I've got nothing to talk about. I've got quite a bit to talk about. Quite a few things have happened in life and everything else that I want to talk about, and a couple of interesting things that have happened in the local area as well that I want to chat about too. But before I go any further with that and we go into the running order and everything else, there's one thing I do want to mention, I do want to talk about on this stream straight away, and that's in regards to changes that are happening to what I promoted on the channel update last week in regards to the channel, because I tend to upload the videos for the month the weekend of a Streamstructor, so usually Saturday, in preparation, because that's when I do all my final editing and for the videos that get hosted on this. Unfortunately, there's been a problem in regards to uploading the content, and it's not like the content will never be seen. It will be seen. There'll be various ways of doing that in the future. Stay tuned for that, because I will leave comments and mention it as time goes on. But this month was supposed to be a Kidstructor month, and there was supposed to be 3 different Kidstructors reactions that were fitting in later in June, after the 6 facts on Prince Philip had been completed. That's still going ahead. There's no change to that. Well, there is a change to the date, but I'll explain that a little bit more in a minute. But the other 3 videos that are supposed to cover this month aren't going ahead because of issues in regards to content ID. Now, bit of a backstory. The Kidstructors I'm talking about here are the 3 I recorded with Arthur back in February, which are Visionaries, Top Cat, and My Parents Are Aliens. Now, unfortunately, it seems in all 3 cases they're not going to be able to come up. Hi Sam. Yeah, you are right, Facebook is working. How are things going? Very well, Sam. Thank you very much for joining in and watching. Yeah, I hope everything's doing okay with you. I missed a birthday greeting for you about a month ago. I'm sorry about that, mate. Bit of a problem, but there we go. There we go. Facebook's working. It's brilliant. It's working. Thank you. But yeah, going back to the channel bits a minute. I will, if I see chats, I will kick in like that. Don't worry. And I noticed there's a spelling mistake in the YouTube one as well. A one-man bank tonight on camera, not one-man band. Oops. Never mind. There we are. That's what happens when you get cyclically typing. But going back to the scheduling thing, so YouTube has had a new feature recently where it checks for content IDs and content matches, and it uploads them. So either what happened with content ID with YouTube is either they'll let it go without any issue, the copyright holder will want to put adverts on it or keep stats, or they'll block it. Now I've been pretty lucky with the Kidstructors. I'm not going to turn around and say otherwise, where most of them have actually gone up and they've actually done their job and they've actually been up without much problem. However, on this occasion, I uploaded, first of all, I tried to upload Top Cat, and it uploaded it, took about half an hour, did all the usual stuff. It did its checks for content ID, it blocked it completely. Nobody can see it. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, bad luck, never mind. Let's go on to My Parents Are Aliens. I'll get that loaded. So, did that upload, did its content ID check, block that too. Right, this is really bad luck then, isn't it? And then the third one was Visionaries. I thought, well, this is not going to get anywhere. This is going to be fine. This will go up. There might be a content ID, but it won't block it, surely. Yeah, it blocked it. So that throws the whole of the schedule for this month up in the air, which is absolutely bad, nuts, terrible, whatever. It's strange, it's weird, it's annoying. But it's made me think on my feet a little bit, and I'm now, from being 5 weeks ahead in video stuff, now chasing my tail a little bit. I have things prepared. There is stuff there I can put on, but it has put a bit more pressure to get up to speed again. But that's just the beauty of being so ahead. Sometimes you need for these mistakes. So yeah, the Kidstructors will not go up this month that I did with Arthur, because Content ID stops me from doing so. They are there because there has been instances in the past where other Kidstructors have been stopped for Content ID reasons completely, and then they've came back later with either blocked in different countries or adverts being added onto them by the Content ID content holder, copyright holder. So they will be kept up, and when the situation changes, I will promote it and allow you guys to see these videos. So they will stay there on the channel as an unlisted, unviewable video for you guys to see. However, if you want to see them sooner, I will discuss potential of ideas for that later on. But it does change the whole schedule for this month a little bit. So I was going to do the Prince Philip 6 facts on Wednesday. That has now been put back to the Sunday. Now the reason I put it back to the Sunday is to make a normal schedule, more or less. And I'll put the stream clip from this live stream on Wednesday at 6 PM GMT, so you'll still get that. The reason I'm doing that is just to make sure I've got the schedule filled in there, because I've actually got videos I can fill in apart from the third Sunday in the month, which I don't have anything for, but I will fill in with a vlog for Melrose Abbey, which was supposed to be next month, but will now be the fourth Sunday of the month, so it'll be the 27th of June. Pardon me, you'll see that. The video for Prince Philip will be out on the 13th of June instead of the 9th, because it's interesting how that's worked, but it's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately. So that will be on the 9th. And then we have the situation with the third Sunday. So what I'm going to do with the third Sunday is I'm going to do a Doctor Who review and bring that forward from July. I was planning to film The End of the World, which is the review for July, Doctor Who review next weekend for July. I will still do that, but now it will be released the following week, so it'll be released on the 20th, so everybody will be able to see it, they will be able to get into it, and they will be able to have an opportunity to see that Doctor Who review a little bit earlier. It does help with the Doctor Who reviews later in the year, because the plans I've got for them actually helps a little bit. So the schedule is going to be next week, 13th of June is 6 facts on Prince Philip, then the 20th of June will be the Doctor Who review of The End of the World, which I've already watched and done the writing for, so I'm just going to record it. And then we have on the 27th the vlog for Melrose Abbey. So that is your lineup for this month, and I just want to get that out of the way before we go into the video properly about what's happening today in the stream and everything else. And you're welcome to leave comments and everything, as always. Please do so. Please check out all the links as well. If you like this video, don't forget to like it and share it with the hashtag Teamstructor. Also, don't forget to check out the Patreon, which I'll describe later. Obviously, the Deanstructor Facebook has regular posts as well, promoting the videos, and also the on the archive stuff as well, from the archive stuff. So check that out as well every Thursday about 6 PM, 7 PM GMT. There's also Twitter, so you can leave comments on Twitter and follow me on Twitter. You've also got the Patreon, which I've mentioned, and I have an Instagram. All the links are showing up on the top right hand corner, that way, all the way through the stream, so by all means you can click on them anytime and have a look, and even if you replay this later, you'll be able to have a look as well. But yes, let's get on with the schedule for today. Now, as you know, if you are a regular viewer, I do a schedule of a running order of archive stuff from the Deanstructor channel of the past. 267 of you are now my subscribers, so thank you very much, guys. It's a nice wee improvement from a couple of weeks ago. It was 263, so it's kind of, this weekend seems been a good weekend for me for that. But there's the running order for today from the archives. There is an extra video which I'll talk about in a minute in regards to the vaccinations and jabs, and want your views and comments about that as well. But here are the videos coming up for today. We have vlog 20. We've got to that stage now. We're just about to the beginning of the weekly uploads era. This film was filmed in 2020, 12. It wasn't completed until 2016. This is a vlog to a trip down to Manchester, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Then we have an archived Doctor Who review from Deanstructor Reviews Doctor Who, Tomb of the Cybermen, and then a little bit of fun to finish off, Glaswegian words and phrases. I'm not very good at them now. I wasn't very good at them 5 years ago, but those are all the videos coming up today on the channel. Now we'll go back to here. We'll go back to the main screen here. As I say, I have no disembodied voices tonight, and that's purely because of everybody enjoying the holidays and the summer weather and everything else. It's absolutely gorgeous out there, so I don't blame them for a second. Anybody who does join in here, thank you for joining in. It's really worthwhile. I know people will watch it later on, as I mentioned the channel update last week, so please, by all means, you know, leave a comment afterwards if need be. However, as we all know, there's been changes here in the UK more recently for lifting restrictions of the lockdown for COVID. And there has been quite a bit of a change in that more recently in Scotland, well, where I am in Scotland now. At the beginning of the month, we were in level 3. Last month, we were in level 3, which meant we couldn't mix with people indoors for drinks or anything like that. We could socially distance outside and meet in groups of 3 households of 8 people, I think it was. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was, we were able to travel freely a little bit. And then most of Scotland got lifted to level 2, which means you can socialise indoor, 3 households of 6 people. It went up to, I think it's, oh, maybe it was 8 the second time. I can't remember levels completely. Most of Scotland did that. Glasgow didn't. Bit of a problem for them. Fortunately for me, it worked for me, because obviously I was filming down in Jedburgh for vlogs for later in the year, and up at St Andrews for vlogs later in the year, and I had to hire a car for a couple of days, so I went travelling around Scotland. The place I couldn't go to, was Glasgow, because they're still level 3, and they only got lifted yesterday, which is a bit of a bummer, because I wanted to join in and say hello to Fraser and Jamie and Jazz and everybody else, and join in and have a bit of fun and hang out with all my friends in Glasgow, but I couldn't do that because I couldn't get in, because I'm in South Lanarkshire, I'm an East Kilbride, so I was level 2, but they were level 3. That changed yesterday. Now South Lanarkshire is still level 2 because of increasing rates of cases, and there's another 12 local authority areas that also sit in there, including Glasgow. So now travelling is going to be more possible, and I so wish, after the upload issues we had the other day, that or yesterday, that I could actually go and do a couple of the Kidstructors, as I mentioned in the channel update last week. That was a bit of annoyance not being able to do that, but hey, onwards and upwards. I'm able to go in. I've been waiting for payday, because I actually get paid tomorrow for my normal work, so I'll be utilising the cinema and going to Glasgow a bit more next weekend, so I'll be having a bit of social time hopefully very soon with my friends in Glasgow, and being able to travel into the city, because you could talk about nearly 1 million people were stuck in Glasgow, in what is a fairly small council area in hindsight, if you look at some of the other areas. And I've really felt for them, and I'm really pleased that they're able to travel about a bit more and do stuff and travel around Scotland, and I'm really happy that that's happened, and people can do that. So, but as part of the way of us getting out of that, of course, is the vaccine. Now, we've talked in the show before about people and their vaccines and their vaccine experiences and whether they've got it yet or not. Some of my friends have got it already because of their health conditions and things like that. I'm lucky in some respects. I have people who are not fully healthy in that respect, because they've had the opportunity to get the vaccine early, and it just shows I'm friends with all sorts of people. It doesn't have to be fit and healthy people all the time. It can be people of all types of health and everything else, and so some people have had it already. Some people are waiting for their second jabs, which I've heard about. Some people have had both jabs. Some people have only had 1 jab. I've been lucky enough to get my blue envelope to get my first jab already. I've had it. Now, in Scotland, it's slightly different from down south. In down south, you get a notification saying you can book an appointment, and you book it. In Scotland, you virtually get told. You get a blue envelope through, it tells you when you've booked it, and that's you. You get it. Simple as. So I got an appointment for the 28th of May, which was not Friday just gone, but the Friday before. And it was after work. It was quite well. It was 7:10 I got it, so it was actually quite a good thing. And I went and got my jab, and I managed to do a quick little vlog segment afterwards about it, and yeah, let's have a look at it, shall we? Maybe the concentration would be for them. So that's me got my first COVID jab. I'll be honest, I didn't expect to get it until probably a month later than what I have. Partially because I thought maybe they would be taking a bit longer. Secondly, because of the situation in Glasgow. I thought maybe they'd be trying to put resources in Glasgow, because you've got a fifth of the Scottish population living in Glasgow virtually. So I thought maybe the concentration would be for them. However, I have been able to get my jab early. So first jab, Pfizer, I'm going to take both courses for. Pretty quick to get in. Hand sanitizer when you go in. You walk in, you go in the queue, you get yourself registered, all set up and ready, and then you go, sorry I'm laughing because of what I'm about to say, and then you go into the queue for the Pfizer, social distance 2 metre queuing, all that, and then you go into the booth and they do an assessment, give you all the warnings, and just confirmed if you had any symptoms for COVID recently, any allergies, things like that, and then in it goes, basically. Now, the last big jab I had for inoculation for this sort of vaccination was the BCG jab, and it's for tuberculosis. And everybody in the UK for 60, 70 years has had the BCG jab, but when I had it in high school, the needles were massive, they were big, and it was painful. It was the most painful jab I've had, and that kind of, not race memory, but memory in the background has made me a bit more fearful of getting the jab this time. But this one was not too bad. Very little bleeding. It was like a wee spot on the cotton wool that she did, and I felt it pierce, and I felt the liquid go in. Everybody, but apart from that, it was painless. It was not an issue. And they asked you to sit there for 15 minutes in a seat outside the vaccination bit in another part of the centre, just in case you get dizzy or have any side effects, and that's so they can catch it, just the nature of the jab. And I felt fine. So I'm now going to just do my walk for the day, like I usually do. And yeah, that was the thing I was about to laugh about. When they were asking the questions, they said, do you have any breathing issues? And I misheard her because everybody's got masks on and my hearing's not best at the moment. And I thought she said, do you have breathing issues? And I'm going, well, I'm single, but apart from that, but yeah, no, it was fine, to be fair. And yeah, no problem at all. So yeah, that's the jab. Yes, that is the jab. So it was fine. Apart from my mishearing one of the questions about breathing issues, it was an okay experience. It's good that I've got one down. I have been saying for multiple times on the Streamstructors before I got the letter that I didn't think I'd get it until probably July. It looks like I probably won't get my second jab till July, so I'm a bit ahead of the schedule really. But yes, welcome if you've just joined me. Apologies for the little bit of technical glitches there. That wasn't the hamsters, that was totally my fault. Just shows even 19 in, I can still make mistakes. But yes, that was a little video about my jab and my experience of it. Leave a comment in the chat, leave a comment down below if you're watching this later about your experience of the jab. There is one person that I was hoping would be here, maybe he'll turn up later, Robert. He has just had his letter for a second jab, so hopefully that's a good experience for you when you get it for the second time. That would be lovely to see, lovely to hear. So yes, that is my experience of the jab. I've got other things I want to talk about obviously here, but I want to get on with the very first proper video of the stream. Which is the vlog, which is my vlogged visit to Manchester back in 2012. So yes, here we go. Here is the vlog. And vlog like Start that again. Here we go. Technical issues. All my fault. What do you expect? Here we go, guys. Hi everybody. Yes, it's been a long time, and I keep saying this, but actually I now have a situation where I can vlog like this on a webcam. This is a webcam thing. I can vlog out and about. I mean, I've been doing that for a while, but I've not had the technology. I now have a laptop that will do all this, and the first one is to catch up with something I filmed nearly 4 years ago when I went down to see Craig Charles's Funk and Soul gig with a friend of mine, David, and this is the vlog that should have been up 4 years ago nearly. I hope you enjoy it, but hopefully it's the first of many. I can't say exactly what's happening just now, but there's a lot of things going on in 2016, a lot of things that are going to be developed. I do have a couple of other vlogs I've created over the past couple of years that I'm going to need to put up as well, but this is the first of, hopefully, a long succession of vlogs and videos for 2016. Anyway, Happy New Year. Hope you're still with me. Speak to you soon. Cheers. What a sight to come out to, eh? Trying to get out for my journey over the next couple of days. One, maybe 2 vlogs. But I can't get anywhere because they're tiling up the road. Knew it was coming, didn't expect it to be today, but they have. So, welcome to another vlog. So that's me about to go. About 25 minutes later than I planned. But then again, when you do have this outside your window, you take a bit more time. I will give my passenger a quick text, and hopefully the next time you'll be filming.
I'm here with Barry and still in one piece. We're in Penrith now, so that makes us what, halfway there, well, kind of Barry, but halfway there.
130 miles we've done. There's another 80 or so to go.
See,
So
this is from his head as well. He doesn't have any bits of paper in front of him.
Well, you're not supposed to do that for vlogs. Come on.
Okay, right. So yeah, I'm having a good time. Barry's the coffee in the car. You know, he's manageable. He's pretty cool.
We've ended up in a cafe in Penrith. A bit cheaper in the service station, about 15 miles up the road. So I thought, well, I'll just get something here for my lunch and we'll carry on. Not only that, 3 hours driving, going up to Linwood and then
yeah, of course.
over. It's a bit it's a bit long, so that's why the situation here. But yes, this is David,
Hey.
my companion for today, and maybe for a little bit of tomorrow. Depends what time he wakes up tomorrow morning. Probably.
That's good. I never asked you about that. Yeah, what time do you get up in the morning?
I'll be up for 6:30, 7 o'clock, so I wouldn't be awake by about 8.
That's fine. That's okay. Yeah, that's cool.
because I definitely need to be away early.
Well, hopefully they'll let you have breakfast then, you know, before you go, you know.
Oh, they should do. I mean, breakfast won't start till 7:30 or something.
Aye, I can even ask them when we get to the reception.
Yeah, we'll find that out. Probably had a few shots just now of crossing the board and everything else, so just proof that I have gone to. I am in England.
Once you go in, you will never come out.
Yeah, well. The funny thing is, the longest I've been in England is 3 weeks.
Really? Alright. So I think longest time. No, longest. No, usually only a couple of days, and then.
Yep.
Yeah, 3 weeks. Oh, that's impressive.
I know, but the way I sound, you wouldn't have thought it'd been longer.
No, wait. The longest would be a week. Each time we went to Glastonbury, so I've been 3 times. So that's about a week, and that's it. That's the longest I've done.
Fair enough. I think we'll better leave it here, and we'll get it later on.
So I'll get a picture of us.
I know, I'm just
video now?
I'm videoing just now,
okay.
Here we are at the secret destination I've not disclosed all day.
It's all secret. I mean, like, look, the big freaking sign tells you where we are. That big screen over there tells you where we are.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's not so secret, so ta-da.
There we are.
I tell you, look, see that bandstand right, how that's got a big Radio 6 music sign? I want that in my bedroom. I really would take the whole of my bedroom to have it, but I want it.
So hopefully the concert is good.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, Haggis Horns should be good. Have you heard of Haggis Horns before?
No, I haven't heard it.
They're Scottish as well, that helps.
Oh, I see.
And Craig's just Craig. I mean, the good thing about him, if he does what he usually does and he's DJing here, he'll jump about like a pogo stick, you know, and I love that, so fair enough.
Funk and Soul Show on BBC 6 News.
Well, this is where I am, this is where my Friday night is, but it's not all I'm doing this weekend, as you'll probably find out later on. Fingers crossed, let's get a couple of photos, shall we?
Awesome, what is right next to the key here. Old Trafford, love it.
I know, it's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah, that's...
Zoom in. Don't think you can quite see it on this, but there we are. Big Josh is coming out with his own set in about a couple of minutes, so let's see what that's like.
man, this was awesome. I mean, I've seen this guy, I've seen him in Glasgow twice, I've seen him in Inverness, I've seen him in Glastonbury. That's up there with the best of them. That was a really good streamer tonight.
I agree, absolutely, 100%.
Guess where I am?
I think the sign gives it away.
I think the sign does give it away. Unfortunately, I can't see. Oh no, I might be able to round there, but this is probably the highlight for me. Joking. There we are. So that's the end of this vlog in Manchester. There is more to come, I hope. So hopefully I'll see you in the next vlog, which is not too far away. Thanks to David, give me a hand today. Yeah, no, big mug. That's going to be massive on the screen, I can tell you.
Oh no, what have I done?
Full HD as well. Well, 720 HD.
Anyway, it's bad enough.
Alright, thanks very much guys, and I'll speak to you later. See you later. There we are. Hello. I seem to have lost all the Facebook chat, but there was extra stuff that came out of it, so we'll see if we can get that working in a minute. Maybe it'll load up in a moment. I don't quite sure, but there we are. Yeah, there we are. Vlog 20. We're getting very, very close to the whole situation with the regular vlogs. Now, this video was done right at the start of the weekly vlogging. Weekly videos. This is when it was uploaded, so that's over 5 years ago now, and it's the first video captured on the webcam from the laptop as well. So a few memories there in regards to technical issues, a few more memories elsewhere. I seem to have lost the Facebook chat, so I can't really see what's happening here. I do have a response from the vaccine stuff from earlier. Thanks, Sam. He said vaccines seem a bit patchy. I've had both of mine. My sister and boyfriends had one. I got Pfizer too. Both gave stiffness, but no major issues. Yeah, my only issue was just a bit of a sore arm, maybe a little bit tingling of pins and needles initially after a couple of hours. But apart from that, it was fine. I had no problems. My immune system probably was a little bit better, though, because I had a cold the week before. And I know it was a cold because I did check. And it was interesting to have that circumstance, really. Very strange, very interesting. The stream is running a little bit slower. I'm not quite sure why that is. Everything seems to be running okay here. I'm getting a few technical issues when it comes to streaming on YouTube. It's saying it's below the bitrate, which it is just about. It's not too bad. It's back up now, so it should be okay. But yes, the Facebook chat's disappeared. Oh well, never mind. So if anybody is chatting on Facebook, I can't see much. So I'm a one-man show tonight, Robert. Yes, I am. Hello. Welcome. Yes, I am a one-man show. A good thing, though, because everybody's member, the vast majority of my disembodied voices come from Glasgow, and they want to get out and about, which I don't blame them whatsoever. While you're here, Robert, good evening. Just want to ask you very quickly, I saw a photograph of your letter for your second jab. How did your first one go? It's probably my question to you there. How did your first jab go? If you just joined us, hello, welcome to another Streamstructor. I actually said it right without saying Kidstructor or Quizstructor or anything like that. You'll not miss too much. You've just missed my experience of the COVID jab. You've also had an explanation about what's happening this month. I'll go over that again at the end of the video, just to recap. And yes, it's Lovely summer day out there. I'm busy doing a live stream. I probably go out and sit in the garden if it's still light by the time I finish here. We have already had a video viewed, which is the vlog from Manchester with my friend David. Now, David I haven't spoken to in years. He does his own radio show, which he streams out. If I can get links, I'll put them down in the description. He's a great guy, great friend. The only embarrassing thing about that is when we had the montage of the car driving down the road, it had my Pizza Hut delivery hat sitting on the dashboard. In the car, in the blue Pinto that I had until just after I started the weekly videos in 2016. There's a vlog about that in a couple of weeks, which is one of the saddest vlogs by Fraser's reckoning that I do. But yeah, no, absolutely. So that was the vlogs. We're now getting to this territory where the format that you see and know of the vlogs now is coming into play. The next vlog is the first one. The next vlog is Cardiff. It's the first appearance of Fraser in the vlogs. So that's next time on the stream. Anyway, hello everybody. So let's get into this and let's have a look at this now. The connection's better again. Good. I was a bit worried there for a second that nothing was happening again, but it's fine. Yeah, I've got your comment there, Robert. Thank you. I just have to rely on Facebook for other means to get comments of people chatting because I can't see it on the main screen, which is disappointing. But if you go to the Facebook Live on the Deanstructor Facebook, it will be there, so you'll see all the comments as it went along. Anyway, yes. So yes, we have a live stream today. Now, there's been a few interesting things that have happened since the last live stream. You had the Scottish Parliament election, we've covered in detail in the live stream I did 4 weeks ago for it, and my discussions about that. It's the first one I had Facebook being used on it. So this is great seeing Facebook in 2 places at once. It's always good to see. And I'm really looking forward to having better conversations, better interactions, time goes on. I'm in the early planning stages of doing game structures in this way now. So you will be seeing me gaming on a live stream, probably on a Sunday night for a couple of hours. In a bit more regular basis. So I'm looking forward to utilizing that and getting used to the software and the technology and making use of the PC that I got back in April, because it's just made me so much happier having this here. It really has. One bit I want to talk about, and that's about an event that happened in my local area, and I had not a Scooby about it, which was absolutely annoying at the time. But because it was annoying, because I have the windows open here in this room all the time because I'm very funny with the heat at times. Oh yes, you got the AstraZeneca. Ended up with a sore head and drowsiness 24 hours after receiving my first vaccine. Well, that's the thing here with when it comes to reactions. There's varying stories. A friend who I work with, one of my work colleagues was unwell for 2 days, and she got the jab the same day as I did. My sister got it the day after me, and she felt like she had a stroke down her left side. It was that numb initially. Her partner was not very well with it. My father got both jabs and had no side effects at all. My mother got has had the jab twice, and both times just a sore arm. So it varies from person to person, and it might be due to immunity as well. As I mentioned slightly earlier on, I've had a cold about a week before I took the jab, so my immunity probably was pretty high anyway. My father probably doesn't have any immunity at all because he's asthmatic and he's older, so that's possibly what it is. My mum possibly maybe had similar things. My sister's immunity is probably okay, but she's always been one for having worse reactions than everybody else in the family. I feel sorry for Kerry in that respect. She always has that. It's annoying. So everybody has it differently. My colleague at work was younger. She's in her 20s, so she's more likely to probably get more symptoms than somebody in my age or older would get. It just varies, but I still recommend everybody to get vaccinated. If you haven't yet, please do it. It's gonna make things a lot easier. There's more caution again. Everybody thinking, oh, 21st of June down in England. No, I don't think so now. I think you're talking a couple of months down the line before we get anything substantial now, with proper unlocking. But I've been wrong before, so I'm not going to start anything majorly bad on that, because I've been wrong before, so we'll see how it goes. But it's an interesting situation. It's on a knife edge. We are getting there, but I don't know. I still want to be cautious on what I do and where I go. And when I do go out into Glasgow to watch films again, which I've got a Cineworld card, so I want to go back and utilise that, so I'm not paying for nothing, and go back and utilise that, I'll be more cautious in what I do and how I do it. But I want to do it with friends, and I hope that we get a chance to meet up and do stuff and have fun and have a lot more enjoyment with everything in the next few weeks and months. Sorry, I'm just checking stats and making sure there's nothing coming up on the Facebook chat, because I've got I've got my telly sitting up here as my second screen at the moment, so I can actually have a second screen I can use. I'm actually borrowing 2 tellies tonight so I can actually get this working right, because last time I didn't have a proper way of looking at things. So I've got 2 tellies tonight, so I've got one that's looking at the stream on one side and then I've got one on the other, so it's taking, I'm just trying to figure out between the two what's happening and why. But yeah, overall, yeah, the experience of the live streams is really interesting. But going back to what I was about to say there with the website scene, thank you for commenting just as you did. It's nice to have that interaction. Thank you, Robert. So we'll get to the website and we'll have a look at the website scene now. As I say, I have my windows open all the time, and it was Bank Holiday Monday last month, the first Bank Holiday Monday, and it was wet. It was horrible. I decided to go for my walk later on, and because I walk every day, try and get 12,500 steps in every day just to keep fitness up and get out of the house. And I do that. I split it during the week, about 4,000 steps at lunch and then 8 to 10 in the evening. But I decided it was Bank Holiday Monday. It was wet. I'll postpone it as long as possible so I don't have to go out and get soaked completely. So I went for a walk, and I decided to go through the village of East Kilbride because I'm not far away from there. And down the more or less down near the end of my street, there was police tape and a road closed sign, and I'm going, what's happened here? So I'm able to walk down Summer Stewart Street and past Montgomery, past Hunter Street onto Main Street, and I walked round through Hunter Street, Montgomery Street, and came out at Kittick Street. Didn't notice anything at Kittick Street, typical, until later, because it was a good view of what the circumstances. Walked up, passed behind the co-op in East Kilbride, and then out. And there's a policeman standing there saying, "Oh, what's happened here?" And he said, "Well, you've not checked social media then, have you?" I said, No, I haven't. So I had a quick look and checked, and had a look, and put event, East Kilbride, usual stuff. And it'd been cordoned off since about 11:30 that morning with a potential gas explosion. It's now been confirmed it is a gas explosion in one of the flats just across the road from the co-op. And I'm going, wow, okay, that's horrible. So I found an article here with limited adverts, and hopefully it will come up on screen so you can see it. See, trying to find something that's not got lots of adverts down the side that distracts from things is annoying. So there's a new site here. We've got it here, which is the news site for the Herald newspaper. It's reporting 2 people hurt after explosion in East Kilbride on the 3rd of May. Now, the thing that annoyed me was my windows are open, and if the wind's fair, I can hear noises from the village. But obviously the wind must be going the other direction, because I heard nothing at 11:30. There's a big explosion. So the article from 3rd of May says 2 people have been hurt in a suspected gas explosion in Lanarkshire. Police, paramedics and fire crews rushed to a block of flats in Main Street after being called around 11:25 that day. Yes, I can't see the old comments either. I seem to be the only person watching on Facebook. Well, at least you are, Sam, so thank you very much for doing so. I'm not quite sure why the old comments haven't come up. They seem to have disappeared for some reason. That might be Facebook's issue more than anything else. I don't know. But I can see that comment there, Sam. It has come up on screen, so I know it's working again. That's okay. Cool. So yeah, police, paramedics, fire crews rushed to block of flats in Main Street after being called around 11:25 on Monday. That was the 3rd of May. Pictures from the incident appear to show severe damage to one building. It looks like a hole in the roof of a 3rd floor flat. It was a second floor flat technically, but I'm not going to argue in that. One witness said a window had been blown 50 feet onto the path, which is now within the cordon area. The road has been closed, and police Scotland confirmed that a number of people have been evacuated from surrounding buildings as a precaution. Police Scotland spokesman said emergency services currently deal with an incident at Main Street, East Kilbride, around 11:25 on Monday, the 3rd of May. Police received a report of an explosion. Main Street is closed, and a number of people have been evacuated as a precaution from the surrounding buildings. And look at that. And that damage was for everybody to see. And it still is to an extent. Look at the window there, look. Window sitting there. And the damage was still there for all to see. And it sat like that for a couple of weeks until they started getting rid of the debris. And I'll come to that in a minute. So 2 people have been injured and been attended by paramedics. One of them ended up in hospital at the Royal Infirmary. I believe he's out now, but he was injured. Nobody died, fortunately, but it's horrible. It was suspected, but it was confirmed later on it is actually a gas explosion, which is horrible. Scottish Fire and Rescue Service spokesman said, we were alerted at 11:23 a.m. Monday the 3rd of May to reports of a building on fire in Main Street, East Kilbride. Operation Control immediately mobilised 6 appliances, additional special rescue equipment to the 3-storey tenement block. On arrival, firefighters found the scene of suspected gas explosion on the 3rd floor. Crews remain in attendance as they work to make the building safe and road closures are in place. South Lanarkshire Council asked members of the public to avoid the immediate area while emergency services work. They tweeted, we ask you to avoid the village area of East Kilbride for now to allow emergency service to deal with ongoing incident, which of course everybody did, including me, because I had no idea about it until about 5 hours later. So yeah, that was the story and that was the scene, and it sat there for a couple of weeks with nothing done to it. But you could visibly see the holding wall of the roof had been blown out. The windows are blown out both sides, and the past couple of weeks they've had a crane in and they've been taking out all the broken debris in that, and we don't know whether they're completely just demolishing the whole bit or they're just taking out all the bits that have been damaged to repair them. But there's people who are there for now been a month who haven't been able to get back into their properties. They're all evacuated. They've not been back yet. There was community stuff online about there was a local estate agents trying to get landlords to help out to help displace people. The local council was helping displace people, but people haven't got their contents from the homes yet because it looks very much like they'll have to evacuate. They have to completely stabilise the buildings. I don't think it's full of repair. So yeah, it looks like potentially might knock the whole thing down, which will leave a bit of a gap. The buildings themselves are about 60-70 years old, so it's frightening. These things can happen. It's not as bad as the big explosion they had down the northwest of England about a week later. That was horrible, but it's still scary to think it could happen on your patch. And I really hope everybody involved is coping well, and I wish you all the best, and hopefully you're back to some sort of normality very, very soon. Okay, running order, let's go back to what we've got. So we've had the vlog, and we now have a Doctor Who review coming up, ladies and gentlemen. We have a review of Tomb of the Cybermen. Now, I'm just going to quickly do a quick preview. I'm just going to quickly check something of the video on another screen, and then we'll put Tomb on. Yeah, okay, here we go. Yeah, it's time for Tomb of the Cybermen, the Deanstructor reviews Doctor Who. Hello everybody, and welcome to another Doctor Who review. This time, I'm reviewing a second Doctor story, Patrick Troughton's Tomb of the Cybermen. As always, I have the television companion, and I'm going to be reading the plot synopsis from this very story. The TARDIS arrives on the planet Telos, where an Earth archaeological expedition, led by Professor Parry, is attempting to uncover the lost tombs of the Cybermen. With a lot of help from the Doctor, the archaeologists enter the tombs. There, one of the party, Klieg, reveals himself and his business partner, Kaftan, to be planning to revive the Cybermen. He wants to use their strength, allied with the intelligence of his own Brotherhood of Logicians, to create an invincible force for conquest. It transpires, however, that the tomb is actually a giant trap designed to lure humans suitable for conversion into further Cybermen, a fate that almost befalls Kaftan's assistant Toberman. After fending off an attack by Cybermats, small but dangerous cybernetic creatures, the Doctor eventually defeats the revived Cybermen, led by their controller, and reseals the tombs. The controller is apparently destroyed in the process. So, Tomb of the Cybermen, the first story of the 5th season of Doctor Who. The first full season starring Patrick Troughton, and introduces Victoria Waterfield, played by Deborah Watling, as a full-time companion. This is where the kind of Base Under Siege format starts to kick in really majorly. All of the stories this season are monster stories of some form or another, and this one is no exception. This is seen as a classic from the Doctor Who community. Do I think the same? Well, we'll find out. Overall, quite lovely atmospheric piece, bit of Hammer horror elements to it as well. Some of the bits, the music kind of works well. One of the best bits I do like about this is the scenes being shot outside. I know it's a quarry, but they do look suitably alien, and it's very well paced and outside with the bit where they're blowing it out for the entrance of the tomb. The set inside is great. Both the set where the Cybermen are frozen cryogenically, and of course that famous scene of them coming out of the tombs. And then we've got, of course, the main control area as well, which is very cleverly put together and using logic to open everything up, you know, which is quite cool. A couple of other sets as well. You've got the processing, the reviving set, and then you've got another set which is for processing, I believe, if I remember correctly. Mental processing. So yeah, there's a few sets in here. It's a good story overall, and I do think it's a charming one. Lots of horrors, body scares. The Cybermen are brilliant in this story. Technically, maybe they're a little bit meh. I don't know. We'll get into that in a minute in regards to the voices and the way they're acting and the actors involved. But we'll go into the characters first. We've got the Doctor. We've got Patrick Troughton. Not the bumbling, scaredy cat that people are underestimating in this. He is very more scheming in this. It's still very much what me and Jamie saw when we did Power of the Daleks. It's still got that scheming edge. There is the intelligence, the likability of this Doctor, but certainly he doesn't come in as a bumbling hero. He knows exactly what's happening. He knows how to open the gates and that straight off. He shows intelligence there. It's interesting seeing this version of the 12th Doctor, the second Doctor, because it's something we don't see a lot of later on. We see more of the character that we all love, this friendly, bumbling character that has a secret dark side. This dark side is already there and planning, and it's a great characterization from Patrick Troughton here. You've got Fraser Hine playing Jamie, fitted into the role by now. You can see they're comfortable with each other, and I love the fact that Patrick Troughton and Fraser Hines are playing off each other with the comedy elements. That scene where they're going into the tomb for the first time, and the Doctor thinks it's Victoria's side, puts her hand up and they hold hands, and then finds it's Jamie and brushes it away. Oh, don't do that. That sort of a thing of them getting involved and having that kind of relationship is definitely there by this point. And then we've got Victoria, played by Deborah Watling. Not bad, actually, outing for Deborah Watling here. I know there's not much in the archive that we can see of Victoria. There's Enemy, and there's Web of Fear. Are the only Enemy of the World and Web of Fear are the only ones that we can see on screen. Solid performance from Deborah Watling. Yeah, Perils of Pauline to a small extent, of course. Didn't expect anything else really, but there was times where she showed her intelligence a little bit, and she does scream for effect to throw off Kaftan near the end, which was quite cool. Then you've got the guest cast. You've got Professor Parry, played by Aubrey Richards. Gruff archaeologist type, very much the character. Thinks he's the leader, but actually there's other people in between. You've got Klieg, who's played by George Pastel, probably the main villain in this, trying to utilise the Cybermen for his own purposes. Doesn't quite work. Kaftan's actually quite a strong female character, played by Shirley Cooklin, very scheming. And then her henchman Toberman, played by Roy Stewart. A bit stereotypical, causing a black man to be a slave, but then again it was probably a feature of its time and does kind of grate a little bit now. He plays it well, and the strongman character he plays, he works well. Fairly mute strongman character. He plays it well, but it's kind of stereotypical. nature of the time, I suppose. You've got other characters like Peter Hayden, Bernard Hawley's character, Ted Rogers, Alan Johns. You've got John Viner, Cyril Shaps, who's probably the archaeologist I recognise the most. He's been in other stories for Doctor Who after this, I believe, as well as before, so he's a semi-regular guest artist here. You've then got, obviously, the Cyber Leader, played by Michael Kilgareth. Big 6'4" man, probably platforms as well to make about 6'7", 6'8", with this big brain dome on top. First time we see the Cyber Leader, Cyber Controller rather, and at this point the Cybermen are kind of got this metallic voice going through them. It's not this up and down sound that you heard in the very first story. I can't really do it that well. Nicholas Briggs does it a hell of a lot better than I do. And so, of course, does Roy Skelton, who originated it. But this time we got Peter Hawkins. He's coming up a lot on the channel at the moment, various formats. He's in a couple of the Kidstructors doing voices for a couple of the Kidstructors coming up. He did it for Jimbo, which has just come out. He's in Super Ted that's coming out next week. He's done Penny Crayon, and he's also done Family Nest, which we've done already for Kidstructor. He's done loads of voices in those, but he was the original voice of the Daleks. And he does voices here. This is his last credited appearance, I believe, doing the Cyberman voices in Tomb of the Cybermen, which is really cool. Overall, yeah, as I say, kind of Hammer Horror story line. You get scares there, a bit of misdirection in the scares as well, especially the cliffhanger to the first episode, where I think it's Callum gets shot. Is it Callum or was it Hayden? I think it's or Ted. I can't remember. One of the minor characters, anyway. They get shot in the back, but it looks like he's been shot from the front. This misdirection thing. The bit where Deborah Watling, poor thing, she actually was claustrophobic, gets shot in the reviver for the cyber, the cyber reviving room. She really was scared, claustrophobic, and that wasn't acting, as far as we understand. She really was claustrophobic in there. Although I don't believe she was actually in there for most of it. They did get somebody else to do the knocking bit, where Captain knocks on the door. The direction by Maurice Barry is actually quite cool. I love the direction there. All right, there's a couple of technical bits you see. I mean, you can see the Kirby wires hanging off from Toberman for No Man's Business. I love the fact that the Cyberman gets ripped apart by Toberman and all the goo comes out of them. The Cybermen have got 3 fingers in this one. So they're like that with their gloves, which is quite interesting. And of course, the famous scene of them bursting out the tombs. It works. It still works nearly 50 years down the line, over 50 years down the line, and certainly is one of the most enduring images of Doctor Who. And Maurice Barry's direction is actually well regarded in this story, and you can see why people thought it was a classic, especially those scenes. And they do live up to it. They do live up to it. But there are a few things that obviously kind of grate a little bit in here. Some of the effects do detract from it a little bit. The Cybermats are well done, but there is a couple of elements in it I'm not quite keen on. I do love the bit with the Troughton talking to Patrick Troughton's Doctor talking to Victoria about forget the family and the family back in mind of that, because obviously Victoria's just lost her father in the previous story, Evil of the Daleks. And that little sweet scene is one of the best scenes of early Doctor Who, as far as I'm concerned. But overall, the first 2 episodes are fine. Third one is obviously usual filler. Fourth one, fairly satisfying conclusion. Easy to see, to be fair. You can see maybe that was how it's going to work with the electrocution. Now they set a lot of that up, but not really much of a surprise. I mean, I do enjoy it overall, but it's definitely one I'll go back to watch, but it's not one I'll watch all the time. All the cast is good. They act it very well. There's no really problematic acting in there. The story itself is pretty solid. Kit Peddle and Jerry Davis do a good job, but overall, it's not one I would come back to as a favourite. It is probably one of the best Troughtons out there, and for that, it helps with the review. But it's not. It is a classic, but it's not the best of Doctor Who, although it does rate highly in my eyes. It's not the best of Doctor Who. There are better ones out there, and you still to see them. But yeah, no, it's good, but it's not full 5 TARDISes out of 5. I would say this is 4.5 TARDISes out of 5. that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Tell me what you think of Tomb of the Cybermen. Tell me if you think I've underscored it, overscored it. What do you like? What do you not like? Give me a suggestion of what other reviews you want me to do, of course. 20 down. Over 200 to go still. It is a lot of Doctor Who still to go through here. And I've only just got 20 done. Just realised that today. It's 20 reviews I've done here. Hard to believe I'm thinking something like that in 2017 would come to 20 reviews now. I've reviewed a lot more this year, of course, but that's not the point. Anyway, if you like this video, don't forget to like it and share it with the hashtag Teamstructor. That always helps. If you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you know when a new video comes out. And also, check out a video every Sunday, 4 PM GMT is the general rule. You might be videos in between, but next week is a Kidstructor, so I hope to see you then. Until then, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you later. There we go. Review of Tomb of the Cybermen. Hard to believe that was 4 years ago now, but there we go. There's the breaks. But yes, hello. Welcome to Streamstructor. If you're just joining us, I've been going for about an hour or so now, and I've been going over some reviews of, or going over some archive videos. We talked about COVID jabs, I've talked about things on the channel, talked about a gas explosion in my local area. It's been quite a conversation tonight. It's a one-man band though. No disappointed voices, so you'll have no Fraser, Jazz, Jamie, Arthur. They are enjoying the day, they're enjoying the sun, and enjoying their lives out of lockdown, which is quite fair enough. I do have people watching though. I've got Sam on Facebook and I've got Robert here on YouTube, so thank you guys for watching this. And this is the first time that I had a full Streamstructor on Facebook, so it's going really well at the moment. Yes, Sam, you may be the only one, but you're an important one, so don't worry about that. Speaking of important people, it's time to look at some birthdays. So happy birthday to Sean, who is having his birthday today, my mate Sean. So happy birthday, Sean. Hope you're having a lovely day, and best wishes. I know I haven't written your timeline yet, but I thought potentially you could see this, but I will write something later. Other birthdays coming up this month. My mate Sharon has her birthday on Wednesday, and then my other mate Lauren has her birthday, or Lorraine rather, sorry, excuse my French, literally. She has her birthday on the 11th as well. And then other birthdays this month, a few reenactor friends. We've got Laura and John, who have their birthdays in a week's time. And then we've got some other friends as well. We've got Deborah, who has her birthday on the 18th of June. Happy birthday for then. We've then got Big Al, as we know him as. Happy birthday on the 23rd of June, sir. And Steffi is the next day on the 24th. Happy birthday. And then we've got Leslie on the 25th. There's a lot of June birthdays here. And we've got Willie also on the 25th. Yeah, Willie. Hello, Willie. Hope everything's working out all right for you. Happy birthday. A friend from the podcast days, Nancy. Her birthday is on the 25th of June. And then we have Caroline from the reenactment community as well. Hello, Caroline. Happy birthday on the 28th. Karen, PC Karen, from Scott Squad, is actually, her birthday's on the 29th of June. And then work colleague Deanna, it's that time of year again. I started it a year ago with the birthday celebrations. It's come round again. Happy birthday on the 1st of July. And that's it for the birthdays for this month. But happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday, especially Sean, for today. I hope you've had a lovely day and a great chance to go out and actually enjoy yourself. Yeah, have a good day. I almost forgot to message him about this. I hope it's been a good one. Might as well do that while I'm here. There we are. Right. Yeah. I'm terrible at putting things on Facebook and then I expect everybody to reply to me on my birthday on the 5th of October. But hey, that's the way it works. Or not, as the case may be. Hello, welcome to Streamstructor. If you just joined us, we've been going for about an hour and a half now, or an hour 15 minutes. I've got friends here. I've got Robert, I've got Sam, who are on Facebook and or on YouTube and Facebook respectively. You can always join us afterwards. You can have a look afterwards. You can chat afterwards, of course. By all means, please do so. I'm happy to get any comments or things you said, and any comments down below. We have one more video to do in the running order today, and it is a funny video. Now, 6 facts have been going quite well, but I don't have many 6 facts really in the archives now, so I've kind of held them back. So I'm trying to find videos from the comedy attempts, because when I first started doing the channel, I had a way of doing things where I would do a live stream. Not a live stream, I would do themed weeks. So to have a vlog the first Sunday of the month, I would then have, I'll come back here, I'll have a vlog first Sunday of the month, then I had an interesting video the second Sunday of the month, which is where 6 facts started from. Third Sunday of the month would have been a Doctor Who related video, turns out to be reviews nowadays, and the fourth one was a random of different ideas and trying things. And it started off as a funny week, so basically it was comedy videos I started with. And this is one of my attempts, which actually had quite good viewing figures for me, Glaswegian words and phrases, and over time it's actually had quite a good following. It's nearly got 1,000 people have watched this video over time, which I'm really happy about. So this is the video with me trying to say, even though I'm a Glaswegian, or I live in the Glasgow conurbation, I should be used to these phrases. As you can tell, I don't have a Glaswegian accent. Well, if I do, it's not a very broad one. So I went over and tried to pronounce some certain words and phrases here, and this is rather shortish video. It's about 8 minutes, and let's just say it wasn't the most successful. So here we go. Glaswegian words and phrases. Hello everybody, another week, another video. This one's interesting, maybe a little bit funny. Let me just explain it a little bit more. I am Glaswegian. Well, really I come from the area of Glasgow, it's Lanarkshire really, but I live in East Kilbride. I always have done, as far as I can remember. I was in Hamilton before. I'm born up here. People think I live down south, and I certainly don't sound like I'm local. But I am. I am brought up here, and I've been very stubborn in my accent over 32 years, and tried not to conform. But I thought I would have a look at some Glasgow words and phrases this time round, and see if I can say them in the Glaswegian accent. This could be completely wrong, you never know. But I've got a list of words here, and we'll go through them and see what you think of my accent. So, let's start, shall we? Okay. Now, the weather's been good recently, so it's been tap-saff weather. Tap-saff. Basically, it's the Scottish or Glaswegian way of getting a suntan. You know, Scotland has a reputation of not having much sunshine. Well, this is one of these situations where it proves it. Glaswegians tend to get their tops off, as is what the phrase actually is, and try and get some sun as much as possible, and that's what tap-saff is. I could be talking a load of pesh, talking pash, which is rubbish, load of rubbish basically. Hopefully, the next time I go to the pub, if I want to get peshed, it's not hoochin, which is busy or full, but I do want to get mad with it, which is getting absolutely drunk out your face. You never know, I might get too mad with it. You might tell me to bolt, which is go away. Hopefully I don't get any growling faces while I'm in the pub. That's a face of dislike. Somebody who doesn't like your face, they're growling at you. But never know, people might recognise me and go and have a swatch of this video a little bit more, and swatch of some of my other videos, taking a brief look. You never know, these videos might just be dinghied as they have been for the past few months, not many views. Dinghied, being ignored. You never know, these videos might be give me the bloke. Give me the bloke? Give me the bulk. Give me the bulk, make me feel sick. You never know, the drink might come back to me and I might turn out to be a right stoter. stoter, which is somebody who's drunk and is staggering all over the place. Hopefully I don't get too much of it, don't become too much of a stoter. I get chimped, that means getting stabbed. But I don't think becoming a stoter is going to get me lots of chebs or boobs. The female version is saying you get your chebs out of the taps off from earlier on. But if I ask a woman, which I hope I never do, to get her chebs out, hope I don't get scalped, which is getting slapped. That would be quite a difficult thing, and it would actually be quite shady, which is dodgy. But that's me. I'm more of a Nigel. Film myself in front of cameras. So I'm a Nigel, which is a loner. But hopefully I'm not so much of a Nigel that I have to patch this video and patch it. And patch my whole video filming experiences. It could be a peach, it could be brilliant, it could be great. It could be a pure peach, man. Hopefully I don't need to do a burley when I'm out driving. Maybe, you know, doing some filming or vlogging in future when I get a car again. If I do a burley, that means doing a 3-point turn. Certainly what I will need after this is some ginger, which is some fizzy juice, some ginger. But this is being filmed at my bit, which is my house, my place. You could be finding this video that I'm talking the height of, or I'm talking a load of. You're talking a load of, or you're the height of. And I won't say the other word, but it's a swear word for poo with an E at the end. Let's put it that way. Certainly I hope this video doesn't get a lot of hearies, or herries, which are the local undesirable people, is the polite way of putting it. Certainly I don't want any jaggies, which is another type of undesirable person, somebody who's a tramp or somebody who's had a few too much. And certainly I hope my clothes attire doesn't mean I have some budgie deed budgies on my legs, or some short trousers. Well, hopefully not a lot of people will be gawping after this, causing injuries. I've got kind of a bit gawping up there at the moment. I've cut myself shaving before this video. But certainly I hope I don't come across as Hackett, which is somebody who's quite ugly. Certainly might be hungry after this. Might get a piece or a sandwich, your jelly piece. But I certainly don't think I'll be getting any washing? Winching. Some winching. Or getting halfway. At the moment, I don't think anybody's going to be getting half with me after this. Away, take your furrow. Oh, I swore. I'll need to beat that. Away and take your furrow. Yes, somebody who's talking rubbish and you smell it. You've got the jaggy, which is somebody who is the same as a jakey, but maybe takes a few more narcotics. But this thingy that I'm doing, this thingamajig, this thinger, you know, maybe it'll make me hold me wished. You never know, might tell me to shut up. But hopefully it's not going to be so much that I'm traumatised that I end up dogging work. Dogging it. Which is skipping. As I say earlier on, I hope this video doesn't make me hack it. Also, it doesn't help me look like a munter, which is somebody who is ugly. And you never know, this whole experience might make me scunnered with the whole thing and stop me from doing stuff in future. There we are, there's some Glaswegian phrases, me saying it the way I would say it normally. Hopefully you found that funny. If you didn't, I'm gonna waste the video for this week. But if you have enjoyed it, thanks so much. Don't forget to subscribe. There's a video here every week around about 7 o'clock GMT on a Sunday. 2 weeks time there's a vlog coming up. It may be later than that, but it will be that week. I don't know what's happening this week, next week rather. It's an odd video, so we'll see what happens then. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later. I don't know what's more embarrassing, me watching that back or doing it at the time. I remember that quite clearly. Yeah, an attempt to be funny, and it did get about a bit about me trying to say these words, and I didn't really say them in a Glaswegian accent, really, but yeah, it was interesting, and me talking about shaving, something I haven't done properly for years. I went beardy not long after that. But yeah, hello, welcome to a Streamstructor. I'm here on my own this week, or this month. Disembodied voices are all enjoying themselves elsewhere and enjoying the fact that they're out of the lockdown of level 3 in Scotland, and enjoying the summer weather, and I certainly might do that very soon. We're coming near to the end. It's a shorter one, but then again, we did have 3 hours last time doing it, with all the genealogy stuff and everything, and the personality tests. But overall, this has been actually quite good to have a slightly more one-to-one and mano thing. And it's great that guys have been involved. Robert's been on YouTube making comments. Sam has been on Facebook making comments. Thank you, guys. I'm actually quite happy the Facebook's worked quite well, and I'm getting comments off it from other people. That's great. And we may very well expand to other social medias as time goes on with the Streamstructor, but I've been wanting to do Facebook for a while because I've got the Deanstructor Facebook page. I've also got Facebook. I've also got pages on Twitter and Patreon and Instagram and Tumblr. All the links have been posted up today. Everybody can see it anywhere they wanted to. But you know what? I'm happy for you to join. Happy for you to be part of it, and I really hope you have enjoyed it today. Just very quickly recapping again for this month, I mentioned at the beginning of the video about issues in regards to uploading Kidstructors. I had planned for ages. It's changed the schedule a little bit, so Wednesday you'll get a clip from the live stream here for you to have a look and sample of. I think it's going to be one of very early on bits of the stream from what I'm picking up here, because I've been keeping notes. So you'll get that. Then we'll go on to a Sunday at 4 PM GMT. You'll end up with a 6 facts on Prince Philip, the first Duke of Edinburgh. As I said in the channel update last week, I was kind of thinking I didn't want to do it initially because obviously he passed away a couple of months ago. But I thought, no, I'm going to do it. I'm still going to do it, and I'm actually kind of glad I did. That was supposed to be Wednesday, but it's been moved to the Saturday because of the circumstances with uploads. The following week is Doctor Who review for Christopher Eccleston's End of the World. Quite ironic because it's actually only 2 stories on from the TV movie, which I reviewed last month. And then we have a vlog to Melrose Abbey. Ooh, Kelso's in there, but it's not till a couple of months down the line. So Melrose Abbey is the vlog that you'll see on the 27th of June. General rule, 4 PM GMT to see all the videos. I hope you like what you see. If you do like what you see, don't forget to like it and share it with the hashtag Teamstructor. Also, hit that subscribe button so you know when a new video comes out. Generally, is 4 PM GMT. I also have a Patreon. At the moment, the Patreon has 3 tiers. I'm about to have a look at that and redo that again. But from £1 a month, $1 a month, you can help join in and help support the channel, help spread the word a little bit more, and also help out with that in different ways. But there's 3 tiers. You put the first tier where you just get your name check at the end. The second tier, you get videos in advance, 1 week in advance, and currently you get a chance of extra videos with tier 3. I'm going to tweak that a little bit here. Speaking of extra videos, back in February I uploaded an extra video for Rainbow Kidstructor Reaction, the X-rated version. That version is now available to everybody who joins, who looks at the Patreon. I'm going to repost a link for it in a couple of days' time. Keep an eye on the Patreon for that. You guys will be able to see that in full. In regards to the Kidstructors that have not been able to be viewed on Facebook, on YouTube, due to content ID matches, they will stay there ready to go, and they will be uploaded if things allow, if the content match IDs change, because I've had it in the past where Captain Scarlet Kidstructor was blocked in a similar way. It's now changed to be content ID content matched with some countries you can't see it, some countries you can. So these agreements change over time, so it will stay, but you may not see it for a few months on YouTube. However, the Patreon will start posting Kidstructors, the missing Kidstructors, over the next few months. So stay tuned to the Patreon, because a lot more is happening on the Patreon in the next couple of months. But thank you, Robert. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, everybody, for watching today. I hope you have a nice week and a nice month. And I am back for the next live stream on Sunday the 4th of July, and I will just come off celebrating a family anniversary. It's actually a big family anniversary on that day. I'll tell you more about that next time, but until then guys, thanks for watching as always, and yeah, I will see you later.